Hey guys, it's Vulcan Wolverine. It is July 22nd. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Vietnam. Um, I'm not doing too well this morning. Um, as you see, I haven't shaved. I have the same shirt on that I've worn 3 days in a row. I that's one of the points I'm going to make. But first, I just want to say. Um, Last night it was terrible. The people above me, they do have ELF weapons now, so they are cooking like the back of my neck. It was just burning all around it and in the middle. But what I did is on my copper that I put, over my bed, and I'll show y'all. I'll make a video of what I've done, later on today, and it's working. I'm gonna add to it, and it'll work better. Um, Last night when I went to sleep though, it didn't work too great. I was uploading my last video. The video, it's called my targeting amped up. Um, and my right lymph node is so swollen. They were hit me in the neck, and it affected that, like right over here. Um, I'm having trouble swallowing and talking. But so I have my copper. I have like 2 layers or 3 layers of copper mesh. And then I just like kind of cinch it on the bottom. It doesn't go all the way around, which I want to do. I want to do kind of a Faraday thing. It does just kind of cinch on the bottom, so I don't have anything under me. And then what I've done is and there's a fireman right there. I'm getting a medium level of vehicular stalking. It is toning down. It is toning down, guys. So it's like the flames are kind of subsiding. It was really bad. It was really bad for the last 4 days or five, probably last week. It's been super bad. And now it is the flames are subsiding. And it's not that bad. It's kind of medium vehicular stalking. But what I've done is with the copper mesh, I got 3 layers cinched on the bottom with like my comic book boxes, and then on the other side a table. I kind of put them there and cinch it under that. Now what I've done is I put thermal blankets, 2 layers on top of the copper mesh, all the way around and down on the sides. You want to make sure you cover the sides and not just the top. You really do want something under if you can, and I'm going to be working on that. And I'll show y'all later in the day. I'll show y'all. Being in that condo, though, they're hurting me very badly. The people upstairs are definitely involved because they are stomping. It's not B2K. They are stomping when they put stuff down. They're slamming it down because they're hurting me really bad. And I found out that in this program, when they hurt you very bad, like I was stumbling around because they were burning the front of my head and my back of my neck. And when they're hurting you very badly, they get very confident. They get very confident and aggressive. That's cowardice to me. I don't know what it is to them. I guess their prey is weak, so they want to strike or something like that. To me, it's like pure cowardice. You're like hurting somebody from the shadows. When they're really hurt, they pump it up to make you look to discredit you, to make you look more crazy. And so these people upstairs are stomping like right above me. So it's definitely them. I'm thinking about maybe, I just want to go knock and just see their face, be like, hey, am I making too much noise? Just to know who they are, just in case. Because my mom is going to live there when she sells her house. And I'm very, very worried about that. I'm very worried about that because I'm an innocent person, and, my family's innocent. They've hurt my family. I just want to say that in general, and I won't go into the details because on my other videos I do. They've hurt my family. I think another target individual said when you are a target individual, your family becomes targeted. So I'm very worried about them, and they wouldn't know or say anything about this stuff. But I've got to do something there and get more aware of what's going on and who's above me. Maybe go to management about the stomping if they get very. And there's a guy with his and a EMS chief, and then a guy with his arm out the window. I don't think I'm getting it, guys. I don't think I got either of those. There's a tree in the way, and I'm not pointing the camera right. But there's a guy with one arm out the car, and then a EMS chief. So I'm still getting vehicular stalking. This is crazy because after what happened in our city, I don't see why they would want to fan the flames. If they did think I was crazy, which they do, I'm a person of interest. The DHS fusion centers do think I am like a threat or a person of interest. I don't see why they would fan the flames around me and get more people and like work me up. That's not the case though. In reality, like I'm a peaceful, innocent American, and I just want to put out the word that we've got to be peaceful, because I'm just showing y'all an example, and I'm not trying to be selfish here and saying, oh, the shooting affected just me. It affected all TIs in this city, and there are TIs who don't know their TIs. As a matter of fact, yesterday, and it was not street theater. This guy came up to me. He was looking for money for gas, and he was kind of down. He looked a little bit down on his luck. He just came up and he was asking for gas. He had a gas, can or whatever in his hand, and he was like, "Oh, did you know about?" And this was not scripted. This guy was for real. He was for real. I know it. Like, I could sense it. There was no. He wasn't a guy who would do that. He said, "Hey, have you seen the protests down at the police station? They're protesting or something. Do you know if?" Or he said, "Do you know if they're protesting?" And I was like, "I don't know. I've got to kind of watch the news and see what happened. But I doubt they would be protesting down at the police station." But I think he was asking about that, and then he started to say, "Man, you think we started talking." And he kind of got on this subject, and he was like, "I think that guy was," he said something like activated. He's like, "I think that guy was activated, maybe. The government's doing weird stuff, man." And he was talking about, like, maybe a false flag shooting or something like that. And I go, "Well, no, he was a targeted individual, and they were shooting him with directed energy weapons, but they didn't activate him or anything like that. To my knowledge of what I know, he was getting what we are getting, the remote neural monitoring and the directed energy weapons." But I kind of said something about that, and he's like, "What's that? The government's doing weird stuff." And we kind of got on this topic, and he goes, and I said, "Yeah, it's like they'll shoot microwave hearing." And he's like, "What you mean like voices or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of a microwave hearing where you can kind of hear them while they're attacking you." He's like, "When I go to my house," he's like, "just when I go to the place that I stay, I hear voices, and they say, 'You're paranoid, and you need, like, get out of,' like, stuff." It wasn't the same stuff that I heard, but it was like, 'You're paranoid, you're crazy,' and stuff like that. And I go, "You're going to a place and you're just hearing it there. I would move out of there." And he was like, "Yeah, like a cop lives by me, and a cop lives by that place, and it's really weird." And like, I was telling him about all this stuff. I told him to look up targeted individuals. The look on his face, like when I told him this stuff, because I think he was experiencing some of it, he was just like not like looking at me like I was crazy, but he was going through his mind, and he was like for real, like, because he had experienced this stuff, and it was just somebody who walked up to me yesterday. So if that's the case, if I met a targeted individual by chance like that who had no idea what was going on, he wasn't looking it up, he's not on the conference calls, that leads me to believe there are targeted individuals all over the city. And I only know another, like, me and another one are connected. I do know 1, 2, 3, I know of like 4 TIs in my state. I know of them, and I'm going to try and put my feelers out so we can get together. But I think there are so many people like that. They have no idea what's going on. If they do hear some kind of voices or something, they keep it to themselves because it's so crazy. And they're not out there as TIs. So that was just it was a random event. And like it came from the conversation. It wasn't like a directed conversation or anything like that. It was he was like talking about like false flag shootings. He's like, you think the government's like activating people? Like, I wish I could have gotten it on tape. I wish I could have gotten this guy and his story on tape to show that there are other target individuals in the city. But it has affected my targeting. I'm not gonna lie, and I hope that it calms down. After a few days, it seems to be calming down. Still getting a lot of vehicular stalking, but my main, and there's that fire truck again. If I'm getting it, but it does seem to be affecting my targeting. Like the middle of it, the Chewy Center of Directed Energy Weapon Torture. The people upstairs are getting super, super aggressive, and they're really close to me, and I know it's them. There's the city police. Am I getting it? I guess I need to turn the camera around. I don't know how to turn the camera around when I'm using it. I may just make another video later because they'll be doing it to me later too. But so I told y'all about putting more defense on my physical enclosure. I got my I got my Altera whole house plugs. I may buy 2 more. I did go ahead and order another personal defender. I think I put that on my last video. I still have another supplement to the video that I uploaded this morning. Well, half of it last night, half of it this morning. I have a supplement to that, and then I'm going to put this video out, and I'm going to make one from my condo later and kind of see how I feel and tell y'all the sensations that I feel when they're hitting me. My reaction to this, I watched Superman Batman, yesterday. I watched it when I got up immediately. I'm fighting. I'm going to fight this. This is the way I'm going to fight. I feel like I need to put out videos and just get awareness out. So this is me, like, fighting. I have my Bible in my passenger seat. This is my grandmother's Bible. She passed away. Probably the most holy member of my family. I've got the Bible that she used. It's kind of singed from the fire at my house, but I got it in my passenger seat. I'm going to be carrying this Bible around with me everywhere I go. I'm getting strength, and I'm just going to saturate, put my videos out, get knowledge out there. I hope you guys do the same. I want to talk about hygiene. I need to shave. I need to get a good, nice shirt on. As TIs, we need to look presentable, when we're speaking. I'm probably going to go home and shave before I go see that psychiatrist, which I got to get there at 9:45. It's 8:12. I got a little bit of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this a 30-minute video. I did want to talk about what else did I want to talk about? Talked about the enclosure, talked about hygiene, kind of my vehicular stalking. The flames seem to be subsiding. Why they did that, I think they did that right after what happened, because they know that I'm putting videos out about it. My main organizers do. So he's trying to use this program and amp it up because they want to discredit me. For the directed energy weapon portion of it, they want to discredit me. So they do that with the DHS fusion centers. They'll discredit you because you're saying, oh, I see all these people stalking me. In the news, they're saying target individuals think that a Stasi organization is stalking them. So they're really trying to use those arms of this program so that I'll put it out and I'll say, and it'll look like right after this event, I'm like, oh, it amped up. And then they can say, oh, whatever mental illness he had, it was just increasing that. So there is a strategy